Hey everyone, Camden here with the Ranking Ball preview show for March 18th, 2019. Hope you all had a great weekend and a fun St. Patrick's Day, and let's get into it. Here are your NBA standings after last night's games. We have Milwaukee, Toronto, and Philadelphia have clinched playoff spots in the East, whereas Golden State is the only in the West. Here are last night's scores. We have the Knicks over the Lakers, Heat over the Hornets, 76ers over the Bucks, Pistons over the Raptors, Magic over the Hawks, Kings over the Bulls, Rockets over the Wolves, and the Clippers over the Nets. Here are your matchups for tonight. We have Pistons at Cavs, Jazz at Wizards, Nuggets at Celtics, Knicks at Raptors, Heat at Thunder, Warriors at Spurs, Pelicans at Mavs, Bulls at Suns, and Pacers at Blazers. Here is your sports news in the NBA. Russell Westbrook gets called for his 16th technical foul of the season against the Warriors. Under NBA rules, once you get 16 technical fouls, you're automatically suspended for 1 game without pay. He will serve his suspension Monday night against the Heat. It is a bizarre tank for Zion game moment. The Pelicans lose the game while up 3 with 7.7 seconds left on the clock and possession. All the Pelicans needed to do was just to inbound the ball, but instead they tried to call a timeout, not knowing, probably knowing or not knowing that they had a timeout. So they got called for a 5-second violation. It went to the Suns, and within that second, the Suns were able to shoot a 3 and make it. And so all that the Pelicans needed to do was inbound it for the game to go to overtime. But again, they called a timeout after knowing previously that they didn't have a timeout, got called for a technical foul, and it let the Suns shoot a free throw, which allowed them to win the game. Really a bizarre change of events. Also, CJ McCollum is going to be out at least a week after straining his knee in a loss to the Spurs. So a lot of those of you who are going to be playing the Blazers matchups, please watch out. Make sure that you're not adding CJ McCollum this week, as he's not going to be playing. For your NFL news, Ryan Fitzpatrick has signed a 2-year contract with the Miami Dolphins. They recently traded their previous quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, to the Tennessee Titans. Also announced, Cody Latimer has announced on social media he will be remaining with the New York Football Giants. Today's featured match is the Pacers at the Blazers. That is at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Here are your injuries. Technically, Pacers don't have any injuries going in tonight, but just a reminder that Victor Oladipo is out for the season. And as I mentioned earlier in the sports news, CJ McCollum is out for day-to-day at least a week. Here are your previous game starters. The Pacers lost to the Nuggets, and the Blazers lost to the Spurs. Possible starters going tonight. Everything looks the same for the Pacers, but the Blazers will replace McCollum with Curry. Here are your ratings. Here are your highest FP averages for both teams. Highlighted in red are players who will not be playing tonight. Here's your winning 16-48. The way that I go into this is I look into players who have been performing well in the past 5 to 3 games. I add them onto this. Some players who might be still on the team aren't performing as well, so I will replace them and make my own 16 players. With the addition of Seth Curry, because he was going to be replacing CJ McCollum tonight. He's on the bottom, but since he is starting, he might see a little bit more action instead of coming off the bench and get some more fantasy points. Here are your stats going into tonight's games. Here are your season averages, your advanced stats, and last 5 game results. Pacers are not shooting as well as the Blazers. There's almost a 20-point difference between the two. Whereas the Pacers are, doing more of a defensive team compared to the Blazers. That's why you are not seeing as many points. So Pacers aren't going to be shooting the ball. They will look to defend the ball against the Blazers. They are 4th place right now in the East, so it's not like they're just a bad shooting team. They are a very defensive team. and it's doing especially well without Victor Oladipo. So them going, they are in this playoff position. They're trying to be getting into like third, fourth place. So they want to perform as well as they can. Average is about the same, almost the same number of wins, almost the same number of losses. So they're both doing pretty well. Both teams are really dominant, and they are going to be nice contenders when the playoffs come around. You can also take this time to pause the video and compare these stats, look at these stats for yourselves. I get these stats off of basketballreference.com and also NBAstats.com. Here's my draft board going into tonight. Just a reminder, CJ McCollum is out and Curry is going to replace him. Also giving your top three in the last three, meaning that these are your top 3 point getters in the last 3 games, according to NBAstats.com. We have Indiana Bogdanovich, Sabonis, and Collison. For Portland, you have Lillard, Nurkic, and Rodney Hood. So Rodney Hood, coming off the bench, is scoring a lot of points for the team recently in the past 3 games. I set it up with this 2-2 here. You have Lillard, Nurkic, Bogdanovich, and Sabonis. Then you have Collison, Turner, Hood, and Harkless. So maybe before, but Nurkic is actually doing pretty well besides CJ McCollum. So this is a good choice for anybody to put within their matchup tonight. The Blazers are at home, and the Pacers aren't going to be shooting that much. So you want the top shooters for the Pacers to be in this top 2. So Pacers aren't going to be getting that many points off of free throws, off of twos or threes, whereas the Blazers will be going into that tonight. So Blazers like to shoot the ball, Pacers like to defend the ball. So tonight is really dependent on who is going to be your best shooters and who do you think is going to be scoring the most points. So it could be going into tonight, there might not be too many players who are going to be sharing the ball because the Pacers are going to be, going to be defensive as much as they can. So take a focus more on Blazers getting points tonight, and focus on this line as much as you can. This is secondary: Collison, Turner, Hood, and Harkless. So I'll put Hood here because he has been performing very well in the past 3 games. Also, including in the line of Seth Curry, he's in a kind of more dominant line on this second line to the right. This is if we're going from right to left, most powerful, like the ones that are going to be most impactful for your game. This is the strongest line here. On the most right side, going from right to left is most impactful to least impactful column for ranking ball. So this is my lineup going into tonight. If anything happens within the lineup, might change. So that everything is subject to change. So I want to thank everyone for watching today. Today was supposed to be the initial listing for RankingBall Gold, but everything had to be pushed back one day due to internal servers at Coinbene. So listing will begin tomorrow, March 19th at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if you have any more questions, you can come to our Telegram and ask us, or if you're in Korea, you can come to our Kakao group and they will answer those questions there. I also invite you to come to our other social media. You can go to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. You can find us all there, and you can find those links in the details below. If you have other questions or comments, leave them down below, and we'll try to get to them. So I want to thank you for watching today's Ranking Ball preview show, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.